I have this sitting in like up in like a vase, so I didn't know that it sounds like I'm in a tunnel. I'm gonna keep going with it for now, but what I was saying is once you go in and you do the introspection, um, it's gonna be like a light bulb go off, and you're gonna see like, oh, okay, so I've been doing this and I've been doing that, and I've been doing it because of this lack, and like growing up. Um, and it could go both ways because I am saying it both ways that somebody pretty much kind of had things handed to them. Things are a little easy. Your parents took care of everything, but they didn't really teach you how to actually handle finances. Again, how to save, how to spend, what to invest in and not invest in type thing. And so now you're out in the real world and you see what it's like and how expensive things are, and you're kind of on your own because you didn't want to go maybe the family route, and you're just like, wow, okay. So you're just trying to figure it out, and that's fine. They want to guide you. They want to give you the light, and they want to guide you along your path and along the way. The person that's going through this is young, very young. You have a lot of life left. So try not to worry, but it is time to kind of like, okay, you're not young enough to where you can continue to stay naive and ignorant to things, but not old enough to where you have, the world and the ideas and things down, right? So, but it is time to start figuring it out. Yeah, so they're kind of confirming with the Ten of Pentacles with like inheritance. Maybe you've been waiting on that, or maybe you got one and you blew it. That happens a lot. That's why a lot of people and family members, they don't allow their family members to get their inheritance until they're like 25 or 30, because you have your frontal lobe is fully developed, and you have a better mindset. You have a better outlook on life and kind of like how to spend. But everything in your life is going to add up, is also what I'm hearing with the Ten of Pentacles, what they're saying. So really just kind of go within yourself and just like literally sit, and not even just yourself though, like sit in front of your bank account. Look at your spending. Okay? Write it down of what your monthly income is, and then start writing out. If you want to do an Excel sheet, that's great for you. I'm old school, and I'm like, oh, I got pen, paper, and a calculator. And figure out what your monthly income is, what your true necessities are, what your bills are, and then go from there. Okay? It really is. They're saying it's a simple fix. It's just about, are you willing to kind of sacrifice some things for now until your money starts actually trickling in? And as they tell me that, I remember at the bottom of this is culmination. So adding up, trickling in little bits at a time, but it all adds up to something greater. They're going back to the Two of Cups for someone that is trying to start their own business, their own venture. That is the word I've been looking for this whole time. Take the rejection as lessons learned to do better, but to stay on the same path. I just thought this because they put it back and find patience. Be patient. The right people, the right investors, the banks, whatever you are needing, they are going to come in. It's almost going to be like out of nowhere from what they're saying, and it's going to come from somebody that you never expected to help you out. But take the rejection as lessons to grow, be better, learn better. You have to do that regardless. You can never stay stagnant, which is the Empress. You can't stay that way with your business. You have to have the same core values, and those don't change, but you have to go along with the times. So you have to be willing to be flexible, and that's what this rejection has been about. Being flexible without bending till you break is what I'm hearing. Being flexible, but where again, your core values don't change. Were your key points of the whole entire reason why you started this to begin with. They're also wanting you, they're bringing up the Hermit for you as well, to go back and remember why you wanted to start this business, this new venture to begin with. Remember why you got this calling and what brought you to this. There are some things with the investors that you are going to have to moderate. You're going to have to find a middle path for yourself. And with the person that you have the lack mindset, you're going to have find purpose within yourself in order for everything else to blossom. You have to find and know who you are in order for the things that are supposed to open up to come to you. For the finances and the doors to open up. Love, relationships, it doesn't even matter what it is. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you stand for, you don't know what you want, and you have a lack of direction, then things can't come in because you're at a low vibrational state. And that's what a lack mindset is a low vibrational state. So you're going to stay in this toxic vibration. And they want to get you out of that. They want to light the way and they want to show you the way. Anything else that they need to know? Okay. So whatever it is that you, while you're doing your introspection, whatever it is that you need to forgive, let it go. Stop holding on to the anger, stop holding on to the resentment, and just let it go because it's holding you back as well. In every aspect of your life, it's holding you back. It's like they're showing me like a dark cloud almost looming over all the time. And then you sit there and it's almost like a self-victimization, like where I would be in this. Oh my gosh. Eight of Swords. It literally says self-victimization at the bottom of it. Thank you for the confirmation. It's literally you going, well, if my parents hadn't done this, and 7:07 on the timer, if my parents hadn't done this, and, if they'd done that, or whatever, or back in school, if my friends hadn't chosen to do this, because I'm getting kind of like fraternity stuff or whatever, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. Well, honey, I'm sorry, but at a certain point, you can make your own decisions. You're an individual. You're a grown-ass person. You are an adult. So now it's time to stop blaming others for where you're at. Take accountability. Take responsibility. Forgive whatever it is in the past that you need to forgive, including yourself, and let's move on. Let's move forward. Let's get out of this low vibrational state. Let's get out of this lack mindset, okay? Yeah, because that's being like a Page of Cups. That's being immature, emotionally immature. That's not taking accountability and responsibility. Sorry if I'm calling you out right now. I had to do it for myself. It's called shadow work, and it's hard, and it hurts at 8:08 on the timer. Causes insecurities, definitely disappointment, not just within the things that happen, but within yourself. So you're going to have to do a lot of forgiveness, and finding meaning within yourself and within your life so that you can have the right direction. Anything else that they need to know? I just got flowers gleaming glow. Let your spirit shine. Is that how it goes? From Rapunzel, which is funny that's because my daughter, she might be 15, but she loves Rapunzel. So, let yourself shine. Love yourself. Know yourself. Let things go. Time to move on so you can really become who you're supposed to be. Have all the abundance come in. Have all the love come in. And become the person that you're supposed to be. You will be celebrating. Especially the people with their new venture, you are going to be celebrating. It won't get worse. It's only going up from here, guys. Only up from here. So make sure that when you are isolating, that you really are doing the work. You're focusing on yourself. You're healing. You're forgiving. You're starting to receive. And you're letting things go. I hope this helped. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.